You might recognize me underneath all of my costume today, but I'm still here. It is Leanne, and today we are going to be doing a Winter Fairy themed yoga class. So get yourself ready. I hope you're ready for a story. I hope you're ready for some yoga. Come on down to the floor and let's do it. All right, so you know what to do. Take off your shoes and socks if you're okay with that. Make your feet nice and comfortable, make your body nice and comfortable. Make sure you have some space to move around, because when you do yoga, you know, things can get a little bit silly, so make sure you have some space. Of course, I'm not feeling silly at all today wearing my yoga winter fairy costume. I feel just right, and I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're wearing, you feel just right too. So we're going to warm up for some yoga. I'll put down my wand just as we warm up, and I want you to take your arms out and take a big, deep breath in. Clap your hands at the top and bring your hands to your heart as you breathe all the way out, and just notice how you're feeling. Notice where your body is touching the earth or the floor. Notice the parts of your body that feel the air. Is it warm? Is it cool where you are? How are you feeling? And just let yourself feel whatever it is you're feeling, and don't try to change it. Just notice it. I'm so glad that you're here with me today, because I'm so excited for today's class, today's yoga story class. All right, so warming up a little bit, we're going to stretch over to one side, reach, stretch, and breathe. And stretch over the other side, reach, stretch, and breathe. And stretch over by doing a little twist. Reach, stretch, and breathe. Be gentle with yourself as you do this. And come back to center and take a deep breath in here. And then over the other side. You're probably used to it by now, how we start stretching and warming up really gently for our yoga. And come back to center. Roll your shoulders back and roll your shoulders front and shrug your shoulders. Say, I don't know. And release your breath. Perfect. I do know that we are here for yoga, and I'm so glad that we're going to do this. So come onto your hands and knees, still warming up, getting ready for our yoga story. Let's see if my yoga winter fairy veil can move out of the way while we just do some cat-cow, warming up our spine. So breathe in, look up, and breathe out, round your back. One more time, breathe in, look up. And breathe out, round your back. Come all the way up onto your knees, round, 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 all the way up, standing up nice and tall. Bring your shoulders up here, lower them down. Perfect. Let's stand up and start today's yoga story. This is a story about Freezia the Winter Fairy. That's right, you heard me, Freezia. Now, Freezia loved to be freezing cold. So what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to start shaking our toes and our knees and our elbows and our tummy. She loved to be freezing cold. Shake everything as much as you can. Toes, knees, thighs, hips, tummy, hands. Oh, shatter your teeth. Oh, tippy toe. She loved to be freezing. Breathe in and release. She loved to be freezing cold. She loved to trudge through snowbanks. She loved the feeling of the whipping wind slapping her in the face all winter long. Winter was her favorite season. I wonder if it's your favorite season too. She loved to build snow people. She loved everything about all of the icy, cold goodness of winter. Her favorite sports were sledding. Come on down to sled with me. Put your legs in front, sit up tall in a nice letter L in our sledding pose. So she loved to sled, so breathe your arms up, whee, and slide down the hill, woo. Sometimes it gets really, really slidey over to one side and really slidey over to the other side. And breathe your arms up and slide your winter fairy slide all the way down. Wiggle your fingers and all the way down to your toes. While you're here and while we're talking about wiggling our fingers, let's turn our fingers into snowflakes. Breathe your fingers up and bring your snowflake fingers all the way down. That should feel really good in your body. So of course she loved sledding, and she also loved to go skating. So stand up again, all the way up. So from standing, we are going to find your balance on one foot, bring it up, breathe in, and then breathe out and lift your leg behind you as you come into your skating pose. You can find your balance, warrior three or skating pose, and imagine you are the winter fairy loving this beautiful, crisp, snowy, white day, skating, skating, skating. Don't forget to breathe. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your knee back all the way up. Very good. Skating, balancing on one side. And of course in yoga, you need to give the other leg a turn too. So breathe that knee up. See if you can find your balance as you reach your body forward and go skating on the other side. Beautiful day. See all the snowflakes. Keep breathing. Keep balancing. If you fall, that's okay. Come right back up and try your skating pose again. And then breathe your knee back up where it started and lower your feet together. So she loves sledding, she loves skating, and she loved skiing. Bend your knees, get your ski poles, breathe in with me, and woo! Breathe it up. Whee! Breathe it up. Woo! Hold it here. This time hold it, hold it. Arms out behind you. Keep skiing down the hill. Whoa, this is a beautiful, beautiful snowy ski day. And lift up your snowflake fingers again and let the snow fall all the way down, down, down. And when you come to the bottom, nod your winter fairy head, yes. And shake it, no. I don't want my beautiful winter fairy attire to fall off me. But you can probably really nod your head and shake it and roll all the way back up to standing. Now in today's yoga story, we are going to go skiing in the Alps with the winter fairy. C'est moi, that's me, the winter fairy. So you may know that the Alps boast some of the most spectacular mountains in the whole world. So turn your body into a mountain, not any old mountain today. Yoga friends, you're going to make yourself into the most magnificent mountain ever. So feet about hip width apart. Take all that power and strength from the earth. Let it lift you higher, higher, higher so that you are so tall, so proud, so strong. The crown of your head is better than my crown, more glittery than my crown. Let your crown reach all the way up. Open your hands, breathe in. And now we are the Alps on this cold, beautiful, winter, snowy day. So one day, the winter fairy, Freezia, was skiing in the Alps. You know how to do it now. Bend your knees and feel your arms, reach them back. She was skiing down, everything was perfect. The wind was whipping on her face and slapping her, and she loved it. She loved it. She's like, bring on the winter cold. When she heard something, so she decided to take a little detour off of the ski slope, and she went into the woods. She took a cold sip of water. She loved ice water, so she drinking some water out of the lake, and she heard a sound that was sort of like this. Now, snow fairies know a lot of things, but they don't know anything about cats. So she didn't recognize that that was a cat sound, so she went closer. So come on down. Let's come onto our hands and knees in our cat pose. So we're going to become a cat. And I'm going to tell you the fairy tale that our winter fairy actually happened to come across that day skiing in the woods. It was the fairy tale of the three little kittens who lost their mittens. Can you imagine that? And it went like this. The three little kittens, round your back, meow. They lost their mittens, meow. And they began to cry. Hold your back, squeeze it up, take your foot and let that be your tail. Wiggle your tail in the sky and breathe. And try the other leg. Wiggle your tail in the sky and breathe. Now they lost their mittens and they said to their mother, "Oh, mother dear, see here, our mittens we have lost." They were so sad, and you know what she said? "What? Lost your mittens? You naughty, naughty kittens! Then you shall have no pie. Meow, 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 you shall have no pie." Oh, those three little kittens, they were so sad they started to cry. Imagine that in the middle of a winter forest scene. Three little kittens with absolutely no mittens who weren't going to have any pie. So the very next day, they looked and they looked. Now we're going to come back into cat pose looking for our mittens. Round your back, flatten your back, breathe in. We're going to now this time take one of our paws and reach that paw all the way up. So the next day they looked and they looked and they looked. Look under and look over. So you're going to lift your mitten up as you breathe in and lower your hand, your paw as you look for that mitten and you breathe out. One more time, breathe it up, my little kittens. And reach your paw under here and look, look, look. You can relax your shoulder down as you look under your arm. And then we'll do the same thing on the other arm. Breathe your kitten mitten up and breathe your kitten paw down. Breathe it up and breathe it down. A nice stretchy stretch for your kitty cat paw. This is going to be the last one. I want you to really, really stretch as you breathe up and watch your paw and breathe out. And you can hold it here and look under the bed for your mitten. After all of that searching, guess what happened? They found their mitten. Oh, mother dear, see here, our mittens we have found. What? Found your mittens? Oh, you good little kittens. Then you shall have some pie together. Meow, 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 meow. You shall have some pie. Well, the best part of that story was not just that the kittens got to eat the pie, but they got to have warm paws in the winter with all of their mittens. And the winter fairy was amazed to see such a thing. Now, the real secret to this story is that the winter fairy used her magic wand to help those kittens find their mittens. And nobody else in the world knows that but you and me. Well, my friends, it's time for the winter fairy to ski all the way back into her castle. So come on back up. Breathe your body up, 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 up. And when you come to the top, we're going to take a nice snowy breath together. So breathe your snowy fingers up and snow it all the way down. This time we're going to roll it up really slowly. Winter fairy is going to bend her knees with you. We're going to take our ski poles, breathe in and breathe out. A little more slowly as we head home. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more time, breathe in and breathe out. Hold it here. Keep your arms behind you. Take a good look around. Enjoy the scenery. This has been so much fun. And come all the way back up to standing. I hope you enjoyed being in the woods with me today in this wintry, wonderful winter wonderland, meeting Freezia the Winter Fairy. You were wonderful little yogis and wonderful little kittens. And I wish you a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon for another yoga story with Leanne. Bye for now. Namaste.